Hola colegas, bienvenidos un día más al canal. Este es el cuarto y último video de la entrevista que le hice a la profesora Greta Gorsuch. Como lo había dicho en el primer video, ella fue una de mis profesoras de la maestría y es la autora del libro Second Language Testing for Students Evaluation and Classroom Research. El link a los videos anteriores lo dejo abajo en la cajita de descripción y también toda la información del libro. En esta última parte de la entrevista, la profesora da su opinión acerca de qué tan cierto es que un hablante nativo es mejor profesor que un hablante no nativo. No olviden dejar en comentarios sus experiencias y opiniones y vamos a ver la entrevista.
Absolutely not. No. I was a prized native speaker for 14 or 15 years in Japan, and for another 5 months in Vietnam. It's simply ridiculous. And in my lifetime, I've met really talented non-native speakers of a language who are really great teachers and were great role models and very important parts of any school. For what it's worth, the whole idea of the native speaker of any language being prized is a real pain in the rear for me personally, because for 14 years I was forced to teach conversation classes because that's what native speakers of English are good for, and it's a complete pain. I never got to teach reading courses the way I wanted to, or culture courses or other things. That has changed a little bit because I still have a lot of native English-speaking colleagues in Japan who get to teach a lot of really interesting courses, like about biblical history, about American music, and other things. It just seems to me that the whole native speaker of a language and non-native speaker of a language divide is kind of artificial. It's in the minds of administrators and in the minds of students. It doesn't mean it's not serious and that we shouldn't take it seriously, but I think that we should be actively working in structural ways to make sure that both native and non-native, Spanish speakers have equal opportunities to teach all kinds of different things, and that they're held to the same basic standards. How is their feedback to students? Are they good role models for students? Can they explain things clearly? And so on and so forth. At the same time, it is important that, all official things like teachers' meetings or correspondence or emails in a given language program, whether it's Spanish or German, should be done in the L2. Should be done in Spanish, it should be a working language of a program, or the Germans, the German should be their working language. They should simply be using German with the teaching assistants, with the native and the non-native German speakers, and so on. When we look at the ESL program, English is the de facto language of their coordination meetings. Of course, it's easy for me to say that because this is an English medium university, but there's no reason why, Spanish and German and French couldn't do the same thing.
Y hasta aquí el video de hoy. Muchas gracias por pasar por mi canal y los veo muy pronto.